Isaac, tell me, what were you struggling with before we met?
Understanding the ins and outs of my business, right? Understanding, where I was sourcing my clients from, how I was sourcing my clients, how I was going to source my clients, and on top of that, like so many different things internally. And it kind of led me to a point of feeling a little bit frustrated and confused about the next steps I need to take to solve these problems.
And what would you say the return on investment has been for you so far?
Cool. So financially, it's already 5x, 5 times the investment. But in terms of now having things a lot systemized, a lot more better, a lot more automation, a lot more clarity, a lot more peace of mind as a result, I think that in itself is priceless. There's no price tag. There's no level of return I can put on that besides like the maximum I could possibly say, simply because when I wasn't tracking things, I didn't really understand things in a way that allowed my mind to be a lot more scattered. And now that my mind's no longer scattered because I know exactly where I'm putting things, I know exactly how I'm structuring things, I know exactly how many people send the mentorship, how I'm going to be delivering information to them, and also how I'm going to be sourcing clients. Because it's structured now, I'm not scattered everywhere. And as a result, I'm a lot more productive and a lot more effective with my actions. So you could, if bare minimum, 10x.
So what are some of the key results for you that we've generated in this 3-month period of time?
The key results, I'd probably say that we went from having only 8 students to this cohort having 18. So that's over double the amount of people that I was dealing with before, and the prices increased, so it's a lot more revenue too. Alongside opening another service as well to help my current students to not only create a recurring revenue for me, but to also to help increase the quality and the results that they get too, right? So now they're going to be a lot more happy because now they have something additional that they can look forward to. I've managed to get to a point now where now I'm tracking things systematically to not only understand my business for me, myself, but to understand how I can increase the quality of the services of my business for other people who join. So in doing so, like I find that my students are a lot more happier, I'm a lot more happier, and a lot more people are interested in my program now. My levels of productivity have increased as well. So rather than me kind of just working mindlessly and tackling tasks that don't really matter too much, now I'm focusing on those high priority tasks and getting those out of the way, and then being able to tackle the ones that follow afterwards in a way that is a lot more easier and a lot more simple, and that's what's been most beneficial, is having a direction of going straight to where I want to go to, rather than me wasting hours and days and weeks and loads of money trying different methods that prevent me from getting to where I want to go to. Because it's like you spend all that money and time, but you don't get to where you want to go to. But with working with Ben, I've gone straight to the point and I'm getting results directly. And, within the 3 months, we doubled the revenue. So last cohort, we made £37,000. This time we're going to be making 69,000, and it's not even done. I still have more calls to go. So it could easily go to 80,000.
And what do you think are some of the key things that we did that helped you to double that revenue?
So some of the key things that we did was create a structured plan of how I'm going to generate leads, creating a website to act as a storefront to help me almost like attract new people in a different way that looks a lot more professional. Because before I was just using a Google form and it just didn't really look professional, but now it looks professional, very aesthetically pleasing, very easy to use and so forth. And then on top of that, after they get done, then they get straight into the FAQs and straight into the client testimonials, so they get to see the social proofing and see what other people have done after going through my program and how they benefited. So that's really helping them with their decision making. So when we hop on a call, not only am I spending more time on a call, I'm less time on a call with them, I'm able to just pretty much just help them, just guide them to that final decision I need to make, rather than me having to convince them, because they've already been convinced by the results. So essentially we've gone from attracting clients based off of like a small amount of results to now it's literally a result based lead generation, if that makes sense. So now it's like whenever they go into it, they know exactly, okay, cool. I've seen that they've been able to go from X, Y, Z, and I want to grow the same way. You know, I'm currently going through that position too. I'm currently going through that situation. And I've seen that this person was going through that situation too. And now they have gotten to this result. And that's convincing them now to start up a lot more easily than it was doing so before, where I had to literally just convince them. Right. And that can get long, especially when you're doing that to so many different people at one time.
And what would you say to someone thinking about taking the leap of faith, but they're feeling unsure?
The worst case scenario, you lose your money. But the best case scenario, you get a 10x return. If not, there's more that you can possibly achieve. Like, it's a no-brainer, really and truly, you know, because throughout the program, Ben's been really professional, and he ensures that whatever it is that you are specifically struggling with, you're going to be able to make decisions a lot more faster and a lot more effectively in a way that you don't start second question yourself. You know, sometimes when you want to make a big decision, but you're a little bit on the edge about, you know, is this the right decision? Maybe I should do it in a different way. It's good to have someone who's sitting behind you who can say, you know what, how about this? Or help you even to just go through that decision-making process with clarity and confidence, you know. And the fact that I've been able to, you know, mention to one of my friends who's also a business owner and refer them into the program, you know, they've said that, you know what, he's amazing. Like, he literally can't stop talking about how amazing Ben is. And it goes to show that it's not only just me who's benefiting, but it's also anybody else that I speak about who might say, you know what, like, I need this. And anybody else who speaks about it, they never regret it. You know, they always are happy with the decision that they made. So if we're happy, then I'm sure you'll be happy too.
Man, is there anything else that you want to share?
Not necessarily to the people, but more to you. Thank you, Ben, for all of your guidance. It's been really helpful. And it's also been inspiring for me, because seeing how you handle your program makes me want to improve the quality of my service to make people feel the same way, you know. And that in itself has been helpful in itself, you know, showing me different ways how I can, you know, make people smile more, make people, you know, go on a cause of excitement, or be able to hold them accountable in a way that allows them to actually get to the result that they want, you know. And that's been really invaluable for me, and also my students too.
Cool, mate, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.